Let's get straight into it. I thought I was done with this health series, but apparently I'm not. I found another interesting website. Now check this out. Healthline Obesity Report predicts half the world will be overweight by 2035. My question is, what are these gurus banking on? Well, let me tell you what they're banking on. They're banking on us. I'm talking about all Americans, no matter what race. Blacks, whites, African Americans, Japs, it doesn't matter the race. They're banking on us. We have these easy jobs. We have call center jobs, most of us, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're sitting back, we're eating all these snacks over throughout the years, and we're not working out. Listen to this. 51%. That's over half the population that they're predicting this. And I tell you what, and I pray to the Holy Spirit that I can have a life where I never have to have any surgery, because I will continue to work out until I turn 90 if I live to see it. I just love working out. Now, let me go ahead and put this in this perspective. The easy way to keep weight off, and these are some tough ways, but as you get the hang of it, you'll get the hang of it. Stop eating. And I know this is going to be tough. KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, China Harbor, Texas Roadhouse, and the Golden Corral. Now, the reason why I say the Golden Corral is this. There's nothing wrong with food. But at that place in particular, most of the people there, instead of just getting, one plate and say, you know what, it's over with, we like to get into competition. We bring our brothers, nephews, uncles, relatives all there. Man, I'm on plate number 7, and you only on plate 1. That's not what this is about. This is about just eating. And in fact, let me go ahead and put this in this perspective too. When we eat, another easy way to keep the weight off is simply by not eating meat. There's a thing called fiber that's in raisins, which I eat, and it kind of helps curb your appetite. I don't understand why these companies are banking, and it seems like they're having a party when they're doing this. They're sitting back banking on us, not working out, not exercising. Some people I've seen, their feet are so big, they can't even put their feet in their shoe. And when they put their feet in the shoe, their ankles and stuff are hanging out of it because they're overweight. And these are young people. It's not like these are old 70 and 80-year-old people. These are young people. Now, I want to say this real quick, too. I found this, and I'm going to show you a quick video, and then I'm going to probably wrap this up. In this 51% population that they're talking about, they also mentioned, and this is so sad, that our children are even involved in this. And you know why? All we do is when they get home from school, we give them a cell phone, tell them to go in their rooms and don't bother me. And they're eating all this junk food. They're eating all this candy. They're eating all these, the popcorn and chocolate chip cookies. They're eating all this stuff, and they're not working out. 7 and 8-year-olds, almost, big as a doggone table. This is ridiculous. Now, let me go ahead and show you this real quick, and I'm going to come back and give you my little commentary, and I'm going to wrap this up. Give me 1 second to get this video dialed up. 1 second. All right, here we go.
About obesity. It's not just a cosmetic concern. There could be extreme health issues. And a new report should concern you. Why do we say this? Well, this report says by 2035, more than half of the world might suffer from obesity. This is just 12 years away. 4 billion people are at the risk of becoming obese. What's even more concerning is that the trend is rising, particularly among children. The report says that childhood obesity could double from the 2020 levels. That means 208 million boys and 175 million girls are likely to face this issue by 2035. In 2020, 2.6 billion people fell into these categories, or 38% of the world's population. Experts are calling this a clear warning. The world needs immediate policies to avert this growing health crisis. If if we see it economically, the cost to society is significant. If the statistics are true, then it means more than $4 trillion annually by 2035. That will be the cost, and that would basically be 3% of the global GDP. Researchers have pointed at another trend, that almost all countries are expected to see obesity levels rise, and most of these countries, in fact, are either low or middle income countries in Asia and Africa. This brings in its own set of complexities like funding, education, and outreach.
Okay, I'm not going to show the whole video, but you guys get the point, okay? These people are really banking on this. And like I said, I would love to see who this so-called guru or gurus are, because I tell you this, and I'm not saying this in a bragging or trying to sound cocky. I won't be included in that. I promise you I won't be in that statistic. If I don't have any kind of surgeries or anything like that, I promise you I won't be a part of it. And I want you guys to have that same mindset to where we're going to work out. We're going to continue to try to eat clean. And here's another thing too. Out of all those restaurants that I named, like KFC, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, all those companies that are really, really greasy, the only restaurant that I really eat from, and this is when push comes to shove, I really would have to be starving to eat this, is Subway. That's the closest thing to me, fast food wise, that you're going to get clean without having to worry about grease. And here's one more thing, and then I'm going to wrap this up. The next time you guys go to Popeyes or Burger King or McDonald's, when you guys get your order, look at the bottom of that bag. The bottom of the bag has so much grease in it, it's almost going to tear a hole in the bottom of the bag, because these companies are just dumping so much grease into this food. And then the Mexicans, like I said, this is no knock to them, and us blacks, we have to stay away from tacos. We have to stay away from ribs. We have to stay away from steak. These 3 items are the main causes of our death. These companies know this. They're shooting them up with steroids. They're trying to make sure that they get us off the face of this earth. And I want all of us to be strong. And last but not least, please, if you have children, nieces, nephews, tell them how important exercise is. Because I know when I was younger, social media wasn't as big as it is today. We really in the neighborhood would have to go on our bikes, riding to people's house, and when we seen a whole bunch of bikes in the yard, we knew that means that's where all the heat was at. We didn't stay on our phones and just, stay secluded in the area, not coming out the house, just on TikTok all day. We actually got out and exercised and played until our parents made us come home. And that's the one thing I miss about society. I'm talking about with the children now. Most of them, you can't even get them to talk because their faces are glued into this phone. And this is going to be their demise if we don't get them to exercise. And to you adults as well, please take your health seriously and start working out. That's it. That was the 51% of the population they expect to be obese by 2035. You guys take care. Let's work out. Let's drink our water. Read our Bible. You guys have a fantastic morning.